that one. They have a minute and a half to discuss what they want to pick. I assume they're gonna use pretty much the full timer.
Yeah, even if you maybe already have an idea of what you want to play, you can use this bit of extra time to just discuss how you want to play the lanes, the early game. Although you also get that a lot of time after your picks settle in too. So what's it going to be, Mr. Newbie? Maybe that's all NA Dota needed, was a Chinese sponsor. Just take a little bit of the NA Dota out of NA Dota. So it's like, it's still NA Dota, but with a bit of balance. The rest of the year, it's like they were pure NA Dota, and that doesn't work. EG had the right idea. So we're NA Dota with a European twist. Now Newbie's like, we're NA Dota with a Chinese twist. So you can't go full NA, is what I'm seeing, if you want to be successful.
So what are the options for Newbie here? First thing that comes to my mind is Dragonite.
Yep. That's always one. Death Prophet, I think, to me was one that I thought
maybe even Queen of Pain. I wouldn't mind Quap.
Storm. Well, didn't mention it, but another decent option. Pretty high base armor, so that's always good against that right-click harass coming out from the mid one. And it doesn't look like any big surprises elsewhere. Yapster will be playing Jakiro, so a greedier 4-position Jakiro coming into play. Don't think there's any other big surprises as far as hero pickups go.
I guess they want to have some kind of tower damage, give more levels to Jakiro. Usually Jakiros don't put more than 1 point in fire early on. So with the levels, it's going to be easier to siege.
Yeah. It is the hero of the two that can better like split push these waves. Like often you send these supports to just go push out a wave somewhere dangerous on the map, and that's something in Jakiro you can just lay down a Macropyre or something. But we'll see. Puppy's always been a big fan of playing Shadow Demon too. Oh, I've seen a bit of Puppy Jakiro as well. He's definitely one of those supports that will sometimes just pick the heroes he likes for himself, like the CM, the Shadow Demon.
The early points in Crystal Maiden's Aura are not going to be that effective on their heroes besides the Storm Spirit. Like Beastmaster doesn't spam his spells. He goes for Boar and the Aura. Io is really not mana dependent.
Man, some of these players win-loss records over time. 1,800 wins, 1,000 losses. That's a good win percent. But yeah, the CM Storm, of course, is that combo that Alliance love to run. You have the CM talent at level 15, the mana cost, mana loss reduction aura, which you typically don't get because GPM is so damn good. But with a Storm, that's the one time I feel like I see that change of talent.
Yeah, but GPM, come on, Parker.
What do you think he's going GPM this game?
If he gets to level 15, he's going to get GPM.
Oh, you don't believe?
I mean, it's cool, but at that point, once CM gets to level 15, it's going to probably be around like 25-minute mark. So Storm Spirit will have a lot of mana regen with the items and 4 points in Arcane Aura anyway.
CCNC is being a boss here, just walking to the enemy ramp. We'll take some.
I could find a different definition than a boss.
I won't ask what word you would have used. Maybe it's one of the words.
I want to get fired if they won.
Yeah. No, I won't even say it. Anyways, here we see. I like how the little portraits in the next to the player health bars. I remember someone telling me like, "Oh, it looks weird." I think it's really cool. I think there's little images. But here we go. It's going to be. You mentioned a potential aggro tri-lane. It does look like that is indeed the plan from Secret. Give Tide the 1v1 against Beastmaster, but hey, Snaking says no, Newbie say no. He's going down to the safe lane. So both teams sending their quote-unquote off-laners to the safe lane where things don't look particularly safe.
Yeah, but the Tide Hunter has Stout Shield. That's what you don't usually see early on because the instances don't stack.
Oh, and I love this. They are going to push out this bottom lane, making it hard for Snaking. Oh, instantly gets disrupted. trying to keep him away from this tower CS, as CM says, I'll take some of that. But this lane's going to push out, which makes it so much harder to play the lane when it pushes away from the safety of your tower. And that was the kind of idea behind that body block there.
And now Tidehunter is on the top lane, has half of the level already. Io can't really bully Tidehunter.
Yeah, Stout should block just a bit too much here. Plus the anchor smash damage mitigation. Does look like they will block the neutral camp from spawning as they are going to go in. This could be a first blood very early on. Pylai die. Yep.
Yeah, and he already TP'd, and Crystal Maiden is one of the slowest heroes in the game, 277, so walk of shame for him.
Yep, that's one. Triple Mango CM just waddling to lane. Sad times. Take a picture. That one's going on the Facebook wall, guys. Poor Pylai die.
That's gonna get a lot of likes.
I've got some good memes ready for it, don't you worry. No, I also use my hotkey for making my camera controls work. But, you know, two birds with one stone. Get the likes while also making my camera function. Here we go. So, Paul's being continually blocked, snaking. Trying to make sure there's just no pull camps to work with here. As CM does show back up to this lane. The Hawk being used to block this big camp to stop Secret having a side pull to play around with. But this is a very tough lane so far for NEWBEE.
And Tidehunter, he's playing 1 versus 2 on top of CS chart. Has the same amount of CS as Windranger.
Yep. That's obviously good news for Secret. And then you look at the mid lane where Windranger and Storm pretty dead even as far as CS and farm goes. Not much separating them. I feel like that necessarily favors either of the two. And kind of a lane, at least I would expect to go relatively even. I'm not a mid specialist, but
yeah, Storm Spirit is going to find his farm anyway, especially with CM Aura, bottom lane.
They managed to go on snaking here with some body blocks and the disruption. They find themselves another kill. Puppey already with these boots, just finding these disruption initiations. And they've got that mana sustain from the Ring of Bassi. TP's back, but man, this is a really tough lane for NEWBEE to play.
Another disruption on bottom.
Looks like another kill too. Yeah, they get the surround. The CM illusions. Who's taking it? It's Yapzor, of course. And I say of course, Puppey's actually the one who's gotten 2 kills before that, so Yapzor finally getting a kill to his name. We're used to seeing him being the kill securer. Not the case so far, as this tri-lane aggressively working wonders for Team Secret. Nisha free farming away, getting lots of denies as well. Back at top, Tidehunter maybe in some trouble here. The Kraken blocks a lot of damage, but the Rocket Barrage is of course magic damage. He is salving through this one, but the Io needs to start taking some damage. Does start doing so, but the Fog means he's going to live with the boots. He's going to salve as well. It's bottom lane instead, where CM dies once more. No TP, 55 seconds.
Another walk of shame for Crystal Maiden. It's really tough for them. Yeah. If Shadow Demon gets closer and uses Disruption, it's guaranteed kill.
And CM's not even going back to the bottom lane. I think it's just a death trap. Anyone who goes there kind of just dies. The problem is Beastmaster also can't push out this lane. So Beastmaster's like, guys, I need help. But CM also is like, I can't help. I'm just feeding. Io isn't really a try. Like, Io's not going to help either. There's just nothing they can do to salvage this bottom lane, it feels. Secret have just crushed the early game, and solutions for bottom are kind of limited. You're hoping that your other lanes go really well to mitigate the damage that's been done in bottom lane.
Yeah, this is why we discussed the support duo Crystal Maiden and Io. Yeah. If the laning stage doesn't go well for you, you can't really rotate.
This is what you do. You stack camps. This is your comeback. You've got Gyrocopter. You're looking to make all the stacks in the world. CM would maybe even like to start farming jungle, but doesn't have any points in the Frostbite. And for now, I mean, CM's just sitting around mid lane. I mean, Pylai, I would say he's kind of looking a bit lost, but it's less that he's lost and more that there's just no good place for him to go. There's no lane where he can really help out right now.
If he was level 3 with 1 point in Frostbite, at least he can jungle, stack the camps. Puppey block that camp.
Yep. It may have been spotted, so that should be an easy D-ward potentially. Crystal Maiden, who is just hovering around this mid lane. Puppey, I think, looking to maybe put another ward, and they may have seen that one as well. They'll see Puppey walk by now without a ward, so that likely is going to be 2 easy D wards.
Oh, they're pinging it out. Beastmaster is paying attention.
Yeah. Can they rotate and kill Puppey? I'm not even sure if it's necessarily worth doing it, but yeah, they should know where those wards are. They're going to stack another camp, so CM is now just on stack duty. And honestly, this is the best thing Pilot can do. I like the decision. I think he's making the right call. He scouts out 2 wards as well, so I think he's just going to get 2 D wards here. We'll see him. Oh no, he didn't find
out
this
of
one.
range.
Yeah. Okay, they didn't quite see where those wards went
he
down.
didn't find even one.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of resources.
Blocking the camp, and yeah, this one here, he would have seen Puppey walk by, but I guess he just didn't quite figure out where the ward was planted, and oh man, that's brutal. This early on in the game, 200 gold for a CM.
Yeah.
That's, you know...
Right now, he should buy 2 more sentries and just D-ward that, because you're going to get the gold back anyway.
He's got 100 gold. Or he's got the courier going out now. Yeah, he has got 2 more sentries. It's absolutely worth it, of course. But you need to find them.
You need to find them first.
And they'll see this camp. Yeah, this camp doesn't respawn, so they should know that camp's...
The other side, to the left, to the left.
This is the most exciting thing going on right now. Pilot Eye's deep warding mission. Oh, he's looking to see if the ward was in those trees. He's like, where is this damn ward? And oh no, Puppey finds him now as well. Looking for the surround. Oh no, he's missed another sentry. Pilot Eye.
What's happening with Jakiro? He's having a seizure. Did you see that?
I didn't know.
Maybe just on my screen.
He bought another sentry, by the way. He's given up on getting boots. He just can't find the ward. With that said, Puppey also pops a sentry and doesn't find the Radiant ward. So, you know, both teams struggling with the D ward effect. Normally the team who gets the ward down first, which in this case was Pilot Eye, has the advantage because you can see where the enemy then ward. But surely, this camp, maybe they didn't kill it in time, that's why he's thinking it didn't respawn.
Alright, try number 3, let's go. Pilot the ward.
This is number 4 sentry, actually.
I meant attempt number 3.
Oh, attempt 3, yeah. Round 1 he had 2, and then he, yeah. Come on, Pi.
He's bringing the courier.
Yeah, he's got it. Yes! He's got one. It kind of, I mean, that sentry pays for itself. It doesn't pay for the 4 sentries, but it pays for 1. And this one's a no-brainer, you know.
He bought another one.
With his gold. Nice. I mean, that's his job. You're on CM duty here. We're putting a lot of focus on watching this. There isn't a whole lot of action going on elsewhere. There's both mid laners are farming their jungle, supports are taking over the mid lane, and there's a fight breaking out bottom lane. As I say, there's no action, of course. There is. Salve up. Beastmaster will stay alive. Nisha popped the God String for that one. Boots Midas already. This is a very farm Beastmaster. But also a farm Gyrocopter.
The Ravage.
Call down. A lot of slow, but the Ravage is going to be used purely defensively to keep himself alive. I think you're okay with that.
It's worth it. Yeah, you're not going to use Ravage anyway, unless your teammates rotate to try to grab a kill.
You're farming. Sven's got Midas. He used God Strength. He's just farming. Windranger's just been farming jungle as well. Not giving Gyro a kill to snowball off of seems like the right call there. Oh, they still haven't found this ward. Oh. Tragedy. Where's LCM up to now? Doing some pulls, some stacks. No boots. 900. Triple digit net worth is always a sad sight.
Beastmaster is level 6. They should try to grab a kill on his lane. Storm Spirit needs to rotate.
This is where things are starting to feel like a little bit like you should be catching on that ward. He just smoked underneath the ward where that camp wasn't respawning. And he's going to guess wrong on another sentry ward. But looks like he was just smoking up his Storm Spirit, so he's going to show mid to get some farm. They want to try set things up for the Storm Spirit to find a kill up here. It was the bounty runes that they were looking to play around, but Team Secret weren't even going for these bounty runes at 10 minutes, at least not the top ones. Down bottom, how's Snake doing? Has hit level 6, so having a better game here, but attempted dive coming in from Puppey. This is where Snake needs to TP the hell out of this one. They try to scout him out, but both sides kind of mirroring the opposing team's movements and just taking tier 1 towers. This is actually still looking fine. As disastrous as bottom lane was, It's not much of a gold difference. Gyrocopter is just as farmed as Sven, has stacks to fall back on. This is not a one-sided game by any means.
It's 5-0, but those early kills don't matter that much. Both of these teams playing around the catapult timings, so tier 1 tower are gonna go down. Mid tower's pretty healthy.
And as much as Pi has struggled to get some D wards, the Radiant Vision this game has been on point. They've got wards of their own around the map, and they've been using these Hawks to scout with, as well as the Boars. So Secret's struggling to find these like mid-game kills that can open up the game because of the great NEWBEE vision. We're going to see Storm finishing off that Kaya soon, so his net worth out farming the Wind Ranger, just able to jungle that a little bit more efficiently.
Storm Spirit still not involved in any of the kills. I mean, they don't have a single kill, that's why.
Involved.
It just hit me.
What do you mean? Lacoste, come on, he's been involved in all 0 of their kills.
That's 100%, right?
He's 100% kill involvement. How dare you lie to me? Oh, man. No, I mean, their lineup is not drafted to be getting kills right now. They're a team that comes online when they, like Storm with Kaya. Maybe with Beastmaster having Medallion, we'll see Radiant making some plays. But Io Gyro would just farm and wait for a Roar to set up a relocate gate, which can theoretically start happening now. So we'll see if there is any notions to get a bit more aggressive coming in from Team NEWBEE. So we'll see. CM has the Windlace and the boots.
Yeah, she's been farming the jungle.
Yeah.
Bought the tome for herself. She's good to go. Like, she doesn't need items. Maybe a bracer in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Beastmaster also doing some jungle farming. So, much more passive game compared to the last. Even though last had like a Midas Slark, a Naga, a lot of greed, double Midases on one side against the Mycel Midas. It felt like there was a lot more action. This time around, both teams happy to play it slow. Does this just favor one team straight up over the other, or are we going to have to wait and see how these first fights happen?
Sven is just the hero that loves to farm, especially since he has a Hand of Midas, so once he gets that Echo Saber, he has a Blink queued up. I don't think BKB is necessary early on, because you're playing against the Beastmaster anyway, and you have save from the Shadow Demon.
But isn't Gyro just a hero that loves to farm as well at this stage of the game?
He does, yeah. Especially with the item build that he's going for. Yeah. Aghanim Scepter. It's kind of a greedy build, but the game is passive, so he can afford to go for it.
And I always feel like when you get to like super late game, Storm is like one of the best heroes in Dota. Before that stage, there's going to be a relocate in, but the Ravage Macropie is waiting for them. Followed by a Shackle Shot. The Gyrocopter Io just get blown to pieces. Storm gets the 1 kill, but he needs a way out of this one. Has a ball lightning, but not enough mana to escape, and they lose 3. I don't think they were expecting 2 heroes on the other side of those trees as mid one gets a triple kill.
Yeah, also, Tidehunter's not the hero that you want to go for. Like, you can't lock him down because of the Kraken. This feels like it could be a tier 1 tower, 30 seconds for Storm Spirit. Sven popped the God Strength. Yeah.
It feels like one of those, they got impatient, you know? It's like, we've been farming too long, we have 0. They probably look up and they're like, we have 0 kills, guys.
Yeah, they just wanted to have 1 on the board.
Ooh, he was looking for a Roar on the Sven there. Nice defensive disruption, though. Stops it from happening, and I think they realize that Gyro is very strong right now. Even without the Ag Scepter, he's quite tanky with all these components. He's up to 1200 health. Level 4 Rocket Barrage cooldown is good damage, but you also have to, you know, not relocate into a Ravage Macropire. That was the perfect combo coming out from Team Secret.
He also caught the Storm mid-air.
Yeah, Storm tried to time it to dodge the Ravage, but that's such a hard play to make.
Bounty runes.
Okay. Storm.
They don't want to take this fight. They have no Tidehunter, no God Strength.
Relocate, about to be back up. If they can find a Roar. And Storm Orchid queued up as his first item, so kind of classic Kaya Orchid build.
You don't count Kaya as an item?
No?
No,
you don't? Of course it is.
You said Orchid first item.
No, well, I guess so. Orchid first, yeah. I mean, I'd say it's like the first item. It's like the same way you don't count treads as an item. It's like a build-up. It's like if you go drums into BKB, I would say like
BKB is the first item.
Yeah.
There's the roar.
Yep. No Ravage this time. It's almost up. 20 seconds away. The cooldown coming in to play. Should be enough with the homing missiles. The damage there. The Warcry going to keep him alive. The Storm forced the ball in further. Does have the mana for it to get in as well as get out. Nice kill. Just a tide. Not the biggest of kills, but I think there is something mental for Forward about NEWBEE, about getting some of these kills. You know, they're just playing this game where you don't want to just sit there farming Sing on 0 kills, so they want to make some plays, even if, you know, that kill doesn't turn into a tower. That's not the biggest of kills, but psychologically they feel good about getting a kill.
And I think this example just shows how good of an item Bracer is. He bought the Bracer 16 minutes in after he died in the Tidehunter. Get some extra magic resistance.
I
don't think Pipe would have been a bad choice here as well. Against the Storm, against the Crystal Maiden, for sure. Rock and Barrage and cooldown.
Often even just like the casual hood, maybe, if you're not going to go for the full pipe. Just to make yourself that little bit unkillable. Not the case. Gyro just happily farming up some jungle here, and Gyro completed Ag Scepter. So his farm going to accelerate even further now.
Secret wants to take a fight right now. They have Sven, 200 gold away from a Blink Dagger, full BKB on Wind Ranger on top of Javelin.
This is definitely one of their item timings. Low Shackle Shot, the Ice Path Macropire. That could be a dead CM. They throw out the Roar here. Wind Ranger defensively disrupted, but that's going to set up a cooldown. Potentially hits him once. Not going to follow it up, but there is a Ravage that they're going to be worried about. It's going to be
another Shackle.
They've shackled up. Do they want to go for this kill? The Ravage is going to come flying out. Now the Sven showing up as well. The Ire with the relocate save will get him out of there, but he's going to be relocating back in. Are they going to look to fight this one? Gyrocopter has already kind of returned to this fight here. Doesn't look like the play is the fight. They're going to leave the Ire to die. Now, though, with Ravage down, if you're a NEWBEE, you say, let's go. Let's see what we can
It's time
find.
to go. They don't have the Roar for 50 seconds, but they should be able to get something. Storm Spirit getting closer to that Orchid, but I think it's go time. They don't have the Ravage, Macropire. I mean, Macropire on cooldown for 10 seconds.
It feels like if there's a time to play aggressive, go for kills, it's whenever Ravage is down.
But that might backfire. Wind Ranger has double damage, and she didn't even pop a BKB in the previous fight.
Yep. They have seen that BKB, but it's something where they may not overcommit to like not go for a 5-man smoke gate, but just go for like that 2-man, find a Roar, then relocate in. Like Io Gyro, yeah, they're playing the top lane. You don't want to slow down your farm too much. CM with Storm, smoked up.
Using a scan like that against experienced team like a Team Secret, I think it reveals what you're actually doing. Because they know you want to play aggressive. Since your ultis are on cooldown, they're not trying to scan it defensively, right?
Yeah. Team Secret playing on the other side of the map and avoided the aggression of NEWBEE. Ravage down, 50 seconds. They aren't really looking to fight. And NEWBEE may get themselves a tier 2 tower out of this. I think if you're Secret, you're okay giving up a tier 2. You are also making plays elsewhere on the map. It's Wind Ranger. Well, I would say finding a kill, but the trees causing some problems with the Frostbite. And relocated with the Freezing Field. That's a lot of bonus armor. Forces out the BKB. That homing missile not going to do a whole lot, so a BKB for a CM kill.
I think that's worth for NEWBEE.
Relocate bottom. Yapzor. Oh, Sven's just going to turn and fight. Wants the IO kill, but I don't think he's got the damage for it. Instead, Nisha's getting kited around, and they've got one kill, probably looking for a second here. Yapzor has another Ice Path. They leave behind the Beastmaster, who should be able to get this kill. Gyrocopter no longer there. It does look like Yapzor with the forest slows. Yep, they get that kill. Ravage back up now, and I don't think you want to chase for more. Gyrocopter did get pulled back to keep on farming.
Team Secret overextended a little bit. The Shackle didn't connect on CM. Nice play by Pylai Die there. Ringa Rosie around the trees. And forced a 10-second BKB.
That feels good when you're like that 5 position that sets up a nice sequence of events for your team. just dying alone for the 10-second BKB feels like you're okay with it. But then, not just that, but you also lead into a relocate bottom. The Sven going down, so quite what Secret were hoping for as far as how they play around the Ravage being off cooldown.
Now the pickup potential is extremely good. They can basically be 4 with just the Beastmaster being on different side of the map trying to set things up. Storm Spirit with the almost 2,000 mana pool plus a relocate.
That is a lot of global potential in it. Something that's difficult to play into because, you know, NEWBEE just also have this ability just to kind of stall out this game now, keep these lanes pushed as well. So someone like CM can just go push lanes, and if Pilot Eye, you know, of course the Pilot Eye joke, you know, he's just going to go to lanes and kind of die over and over again to create some space. This is well worth it. Even if he gets ganked up here, he's getting some farm. None of his teammates want to be farming this lane because it's such a dangerous part of the map to be, so he's just going to kind of suicide push lanes. And
yeah, I would not mind to see Beastmaster picking up something like a Shadow Blade.
Yeah, I was thinking
this is what the Universe was doing when he was on his prime.
Yeah.
Just being on a different side of the map, Shadow Blade into Roar, into Relocate, pretty easy setup.
Yeah, when you're playing with the Eye Gyro, either that or the Blink Dagger. But for now, Solar Crest into Vlad's is queued up. He wants to enable his carry, the Gyrocopter. Solar Crest is such
a boss item, especially against the Wind Ranger and Sven.
It is a little bit busted.
Huge zip.
Yep, they catch out the Sven. He doesn't have his BKB yet. He's short on gold, and that's going to be an easy, quick kill. Tidehunter, who was just not in the neighborhood, does have a Blink Dagger, but they lost him too quickly.
Shadow Demon was a bit too far away, and also his Disruption was on cooldown, so he did not save.
And even if the Tide's there for a Ravage, this Gyro has BKB now, so hitting him with this Ravage is just that little bit more
Solar
reliable.
Crest. Do they want to go for Roche? I think that's the play.
This is risky, though. Blink Ravage potentially could come in, as well as a new, freshly picked up NKB on Wind Ranger. They're looping all the way around. Now they're going to catch them by surprise. Roshan dropping fairly low, down to about a quarter health here. Blink Ravage comes in, they don't get the BKB off in time, and caught him by surprise. Follow-up Ice Path is there. Gyrocopter getting very low, he's going to drop before he can BKB, as Wind Ranger going in with that focus fire now gets roared. Damage has been done though. The buyback from the Storm Spirit, they want this Roshan. Who's going to grab it? The Aegis, is it going to hit the deck? It gets snatched by the Tidehunter. Great play from Ty. Storm would have loved to get it. He couldn't quite, but he is cleaning up here with the buyback. Nisha now shows up, doesn't have BKBs, but doesn't have any problems with that, as he completely annihilates.
Oh, they're going to find Io in the pit as well.
Oh dear.
Ice Path, 3, 2, 1, go.
Kick off. Gyro decided not to BKB. What a team fight. We'll take another look at that one, but it all comes down to
Tidehunter just blinking in blindly.
Yep. You gotta just trust it. And you have to go for the insta-ravage. You can't hesitate when Gyro has a BKB. You need to catch him by surprise and hope that he doesn't react. If he BKBs before that ravage hits, totally different fight.
Yeah, Yapstars, Macropires, and Ice Paths were really on point. Storm Spirit tried to go for a risky play. I mean, that's what you need to do. Buyback, try to get a Roche. Didn't happen.
He still got some kills out of it.
Yeah, but he's in a really bad spot right now.
Yeah, he really is. Great sequence of events for Secret. One of those stressful moments where if Storm does manage to get the Aegis on the ground, it's kind of worth it in the end for NEWBEE. But ultimately, just not respecting that surprise blink smoke. And I love the way Secret, they come from that direction, probably because they expect if they come from the standard direction on the top side of the Roshan pit, someone's going to be there to pop the smoke. So they take that route, least likely for their smoke to pop.
Oh, they're pinging it.
Well, they may see Wind Ranger. This ward gets vision.
They have the Hawk on them.
Are they going to jump her, though? Nope, they're going to go for the other target. They get the roar out, they want to get this Sven. He doesn't have BKB once again. He's bursted down. No BKB. He buys back instead, but this Gyro BKB he's just charging forward. Takes out the Tide. Doesn't have the IO to back him up anymore. And Sven charging on in. Doesn't have Godric for a couple more seconds, and it looks like NEWBEE may just try and disengage. IO D10 in from an Ice Path. Not quite what he was hoping for there. One or two more right clicks may finish him off. Nisha trying to chase him down, being slowed a little bit. He doesn't get the relocate out. He's 1 second away.
Die again.
Dieback. Yeah, Nisha. Crystal Maiden, out of mana here. Will survive. Bounty runes are spawning. It looks like NEWBEE will get all 4 of them. Dieback from the Sven, who's even further from the BKB all of a sudden.
Yeah, as you said, this Gyro with the BKB, they have nothing to address that problem. And Sven goes down so quickly. They use Solar Crest offensively after Storm zips in. He just melts.
Yep. I thought they were going to go for the win range. If that's Sven, without BKB, is the better target for sure. And well, things, once again, I mean, NEWBEE showing up and playing some fantastic Dota here at TI. This game far from over. It's a 1k gold lead and a kill lead for Secret. But both Game 1 and now Game 2, they are looking like a formidable opponent who is pretty much being close to on par with Team Secret, one of the, perhaps the best team in the world.
And Gyro's thinking about what he wants to go for next.
Yeah.
Has Silver Edge queued up. He wants to be able to break the Tidehunter.
Yep. Not a bad option, of course. But we'll see if he fully commits to that or not. Definitely not your everyday conventional item pickup that you'd expect to see.
I mean, if Beastmaster went for Shadow Blade that we talked about, he could have upgraded the Silver Edge at one point.
Yeah, Set has the Vlads and the BKB queued up. I like the BKB though. You're playing into the Tidehunter. It does feel like one of those items you want on all three of your cores eventually. And yeah, Storm, he's got it queued up and about to be completed. Finding Storm late game is tricky. Sven is not one of those carriers that likes playing into Storm as well. Does feel like it's going to be a tricky game for Secret as we head into the late game, but we saw what they could do last game. They
never underestimate Team Secret.
Yeah. Interesting. Aetherlin's Jakiro. I feel like that's an item I do not see all too often in Jakiro.
That's a lot of mana on Jakiro. Even has Arcane Boots, working towards that Guardian Greaves.
Close to that level 20. Love that GPM talent, I'm sure.
The extra cast range on Ice Path is really nice.
Yep. May allow you to maybe catch Storm or someone by surprise. So things will settle down. A 1k gold lead for NEWBEE. Respecting somewhat potent team fight of the Tidehunter, and they have given Sven time and room to finish off his BKB. He's got it now, so Nisha is going to be pretty happy with that one.
Shadow Demon has one job. Just keep an eye on Sven. If they initiate on him and he does not have a BKB, he needs to cast a Disruption on him.
They'll have a BKB, but there's still the Roar potential where they can try blow him up in Roar. Snaking is the key hero to watch as far as NEWBEE's concerned when it comes to killing these cores. And then we'll see what Storm does. Storm's one of those heroes that can just jump on someone like Shadow Demon. So you have to be so careful with your positioning if you're Puppy, because you're kind of public enemy #1 as far as CCNC is concerned. What are we doing? Some of these later talents. Level 20 Beastmaster, so he gets the 500 health. Gyro's pretty underleveled, only hitting 18 so far.
Who's stealing his levels? That's right, Io.
He's 16, yeah. 2 levels, Storm 22, and I mean Gyro's just have to play fairly safe and cautiously for a lot of this game. Windrunner's level 20 talent, of course, one of the more obnoxious ones in the game, the invisibility, which you almost always see. I'd be surprised to see Shackle Shot duration.
He went for the Shackle Shot cooldown talent.
Oh, so maybe he is going for the duration.
Invisibility is really great, especially now that sentries are limited.
Well, Lincoln's queued up, so we'll see. He's going to be hitting that level 20 fairly soon. As this time around, the smoke from Secret gets some deep wards down and sets them up to go for this tier 1 top tower, as well as potentially take this next Roshan. But NEWBEE, smoke on past it, immediate Shadow Blade, there's a sentry waiting. Puppy, he's going to get jumped with the Orchid there. And the Gyrocop needs to be chain stunned. The Ice Path into Ravage deletes him. As Storm Spirit didn't even finish off the Shadow Demon. They're dropping like flies. NEWBEE get punished. They tried to smoke and contest bounty runes, but they instantly lose their Gyrocopter, and they're going to lose the IO in the end as well to a double damage
Wind Ranger.
Brutal stuff. Having that Glimmer Cape to save Puppy and the disruption into Ice Path. Oh boy. Snaking. He's forced to roar. He's still looks like he may just go down here. CM is back, but I don't think they're going to keep him alive.
There's the
Okay,
glimmer.
okay, they will. The CM buyback in the end. Perhaps worth to save his life.
Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Puppey pinging out.
He can't solo kill him, but he can cancel his TP. Yep. Puppey needs to be careful. He's not going to go aggressive. He's going to run away. Okay. Oh, that was a "is my storm going to die" kind of scan. He's like, wait, are they coming down here? I have no mana.
The initiation was good. Go on Shadow Demon, try to blow him up, but there was no follow-up.
And the fact that the disruption was used on the gyro meant that the ice path was there and gyro just got blown up. He didn't get a chance to use BKB. NEWBEE themselves, they don't really have that insta-save. Yeah, relocate can be a save, but it's not instant, and it wasn't there to help out the gyrocopter. Gyro has to be very careful about how he plays these fights if he's going to frontline like that and risk himself getting initiated on before he can pop BKB.
And Jakiro is level 20 right now.
Casual.
GPM talent kicking in. About to finish his Guardian Greaves. Extra armor. Look at the amount of armor that they have. Vlad. Solar Crest about to be finished with Tidehunter.
Puppey with a plate mail. This Puppey thinks this is a guy that usually just buy casual bucklers. Just for his
Not anymore.
Yeah. He's moved on since then, but he's going for bigger armor pieces. You know, he's like, I'm getting the plate mail. I'm not giving my team armor, I'm just taking it for myself. Now Wind Ranger with the Lincolns. This is an annoying item because, like, Storm, if you're jumping on the back lines, like, you don't really feel good about using your ultimate to break it. Storm, speaking of which, gets jumped on the Ravage, follows up the Ice Path stun. They've got the damage and the chain stun. They bring down CCNC. Stun, 1 second away. They almost had it with that. Well, he didn't have the Storm Hammer cooldown, or he would have had it. He goes for the Lifesteal instead. These long-range Ice Path, that's the Aetherlands kicking in. CM, that's a dieback as Gyrocopter's going to turn and fight with the BKB. Gawad going to do what he can here, but he needs to be careful. That BKB is wearing off and wearing off too. He tries to hunt down Puppey. We'll finish him off with the Maelstrom proc. And now it's going to be Sven. Trouble is dead. The Sven's already popped BKB. The chase is on. CCNC wants this kill with the BKB of his own. It wears off now, but it's too late for Secret to save.
Yeah, now they need to get the Roche. CCNC bought back on that Storm Spirit, and the Roche is up Cheese and Aegis.
Yep.
Sven has a buyback, but no ulti. Same goes for Puppey.
They kill this pretty fast with the IO. And that Gyro Axe, it does look like this is not going to be contested.
This is one of those moments, whether you think, do I buy back or not? Right now he has Aegis, so really valuable for NEWBEE.
It's a must-have Aegis when you just fall back there. Would not have felt good about that buyback. His next respawn is going to be such a long one. One of those 2-minute plus respawn times, and well, we'll see what they can do. 60 seconds without Ravage. If they can immediately, Storm goes back to base. The second they get Aegis, I think they would just want to go and fight right away before Ravage comes back up. That's kind of the ideal scenario. Yeah, they're relocating in the Storm. Ice Path is there waiting for them. Stun hits him, but there's no follow-up. The Ravage being on cooldown, they're going to ball in. Looks like Yapster. He's going to get caught in the Jakiro, and yeah, they leave him to die.
He does not have a buyback. Well, he will have because of the GPM talent. He's getting the gold pretty fast.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they'll follow this up.
If they can drag this game for another, let's say, 15, 20 minutes, I think NEWBEE's going to take it. Because BKBs are going to drop, Sven will get easily kited. With the Boars or just Crystal Nova, it's really hard to play Sven.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
they decided to go for GPM talent.
I just saw that. I was like, oh, come on. They force out the BKB on mid-ranger. Shadow Demon trying to come close, but the flag is just destroying Puppey. And now with the break, they're going to bring down the Wind Ranger balling in. They're looking for Puppey. Another ball lightning. Storm has a bit of mana left. He's used most of it, though. Needs to be careful here. But with the Aegis, he feels very brave, and rightfully so. Puppey should go down for 1 or 2 more right clicks. The Orchid Pop is there, and that's going to be enough. Tier 1 tower. Looks like they should be able to get this one. Relocate! They've gone in on the high ground! Hello! Oh,
found the tide under buyback from Puppy, but they're not gonna get anything out of this.
They just went in balls deep. Why the hell not? They just killed Tide. He hasn't got buyback. He's set for 55 seconds. That's huge. Can they just go high ground off of this?
They can. I mean, they should be careful about the Tide Hunter because they don't know if he has a buyback or not.
We're not
But they
worried
want to
about
check,
it,
yes.
But yeah. It's one of those things they may just want to force it and then disengage. So they're going to be very cautious about their high ground flicks potentially. They put the gyro on the high ground with the Solar Crest buff. And the Storm, who, you see that buyback if you're balling out, but that buyback is not coming. And this is looking like we'll see Amelie Rex go down. They see Nisha mid. And I think Nisha being mid tells them they're not buying back. They're giving us this free racks. Otherwise, Nisha would be here if they were going to defend. And they get themselves a racks. What a fantastic aggressive play from NEWBEE. Going in on the high ground with that relocate, taking out the Tide. And
they just cleaned the 3 towers and the full set of barons. Level 25 talents are getting closer. Beastmaster level 24 right now. Gyro 23.
Storm's just about to hit 25, and he's got one of those crazy ones.
After he hits level 25, good luck.
It's late game Storm. This is one of the best late game carries in the game. Obviously, it sounds a bit counterintuitive to those of you maybe newer to Dota, since it's not a right-clicking carry, but it's his global mobility. The more items you get, the more your mana pool is. You can just ball anywhere on the map. You have such instant kill threat when you have that long-range ball lightning, which does more damage the further you use your ultimate. And it's just so impossible and difficult to ever catch and kill CCNC. If you have buyback or Aegis as Storm in late game, it's so scary to play into.
They still have Aegis for a minute. They want to take advantage of that. Buyback on Storm, on cooldown for another 3 minutes.
Yeah, and the Aegis only for 50 seconds. So there's this small window where the Aegis will expire and buyback will still be on cooldown. That's maybe where Secret try and strike.
This is the window where NEWBEE does not want to take a fight. They will take a fight right now or...
Basically right now or... Yeah. They've got about 15 seconds. 30 seconds on the Aegis, but you don't want to take the fight when there's like 5 seconds left on Aegis. I'll take a tier 2, and I think this is probably it for them. Yeah, they take the creep wave, they back up to the high ground. Aegis about to expire. The call may be just to try and get some more of these like level 25s and play a bit more for the late game. Both Beast and Gyro sing on level 24 now. Complete map control going NEWBEE's way after fantastic game 1. They are once again setting themselves up to succeed here.
No tier 2 towers left. Aegis is gone. Roche may respawn in a bit less than 3 minutes.
More GPM talents, both NEWBEE supports with these 150 GPM talents. For the Dire side. No GPM talents for poor Shadow Demon, just the Jakiro.
Imagine if Shadow Demon had GPM talent on level 10.
That'd be a good hero. Well, I remember when they first added talents, it was when Shadow Demon was like the most OP 5 position, so to make up for it, they gave Shadow Demon like the worst talents in the game. It was like +5 strength at level 10, and you had every talent you got to Shadow Demon was just utterly terrible as a way to basically balance the heroes being too good. Now, you know, some of the talents are a little bit better. They're still not the scary. I like 30 XP, not bad. Movement speed, it's okay.
Soul Catcher on level 20 is big.
Yeah, the cooldown. That's what we typically see. Double Disruption. I mean, 25 talents by nature are normally pretty crazy. So Beast slightly away, 1 or 2 more creeps away from hitting 25. Halt cooldown, I would expect, or what?
No, God, please no.
You don't think so?
Nah. Inner Beast attack speed is just insane, especially with Gyro's Flag, Storm Spirit.
It's only 25 though. But yeah, okay, I see what you mean. It just seems like a smallish
AoE 25.
Yeah, it's 25 for everyone. But you know, it's just what Gyro Storm are the ones right-clicking, I guess. But I'm with you. I like both. I don't think either sounds like crazy OP by me.
And he
gets
goes for
the
Hawks.
He's on my side of the cost. Come on. I know
Well,
my boy's
sometimes you gotta look stupid so we can be smart.
Don't worry, normally that's me looking like the stupid one here.
Nah, don't try to take it away from me.
What else we got? Sven is 25 coming up. Don't worry. Gyro 25 coming up. That's definitely going to be the global call down. Such a good level 25 talent, Lacoste.
What about the homing missile charges? I mean, it's not bad. You can pop the Lincolns.
Oh, I was trolling you.
Oh.
Dude. Global call
I don't know.
down.
I mean, you said the Hawk. I would disagree on that one.
Yeah, that's true.
This is why Dota is such a beautiful game, because everyone can have opinion.
I think global cooldown 25 is maybe like the worst 25 in the game. One of the worst.
Have you ever played Position 4 Gyro? It's a good one.
No, I haven't. You don't get level 25 that much on Position 4 though. But even Position 4 Gyro, I still want the homing missile.
No, the homing missile is.
Yeah, even
way,
as
way
Position
better.
4, I'd still want that. It's like a good stun and nuke as well. Late game BKBs get pretty short too, so. Global cooldown. I think the cooldown used to do more damage, which is where it kind of felt okay, but they kept nerfing the missile damage to where it was like, it doesn't even, if it killed a creep wave, that's one thing, but it doesn't even kill a creep wave. It's 550 damage. Creeps have what? 610 health, so you're not
That's
even
why you
killing
buy
creep
Kaya.
That's
the next level play.
Okay. I guess what, with the bonus damage? Is that
Spell Amp 372.
He's at 585 damage. It's still not enough. He's still not killing creep waves with it. With Kaya, it would be enough, yeah?
Yeah, it would.
Alright. I don't think he's got the slots for Kaya in his item build,
Nah.
unfortunately. Yeah. Don't
listen to us. We're just theory crafting. This is not your typical pub game. This is Team Secret against NEWBEE.
These teams are saving those strats for TI10. Here we go. Down the mid lane we go. Smoked up. Playing around that next Roshan. It's respawn in 2 seconds' time. Both teams know how important it can be. And Storm, Sven did hit level 25 himself, so Nisha has that talent. CM needs to be a little bit careful. That long-range Ice Path initiation. Full stuff away. Now they know where Secret are. You'd kind of expect them to be around this Roshan pit, but they've got the confirmation. Tied with a gem. Important to be able to kill these damn pesky hawks. You can't let your opponents have this big vision advantage. So several of them still scouting the map.
Oh, Ags, this is big. If NEWBEE can take this one, give Ags the Storm Spirit, you basically have a Ravage.
You'll have Ravage against Ravage. It looks like it's being claimed uncontested for now. Can they get here in time? They see Wind Ranger in the face. They see Shadow Demon, I believe, up top as well. And uncontested Roshan. Who's taking the Axe? Gyro's got it? Okay, it gives it to Storm. For a second I was like, is Gyro going to use this just so we can get an extra item slot? It's such a good Axe upgrade on Storm.
Storm with Regen, Crystal Maiden Aura. Look at him zipping.
Yeah, it's pretty damn nice.
At this point, everyone has a buyback. All 10 heroes.
10%. Gyro, careful. Get that buyback, my friend. Okay, he's about to. I think, yeah, he's got the Mjolnir coming out in Courier. Or will be soon. There we go. Mjolnir plus buyback. 10 buyback. This is the late game Dota. We've seen every single game today has been 50 plus minutes on Outstream. Well, I don't know about the games that where we weren't here, but we had TNC versus Keen. That was some crazy late game Dota, and here's Secret and NEWBEE delivering quality Dota as well. Bannerun's going to spawn, and for now it's NEWBEE just increasing their lead bit by bit. They've got this economy going. They've got those GPM talents. 2 GPM talents against 1.
Easy math, huh?
Absolutely. The 19k is the math. That's how much that extra GPM talent was worth.
Storm Spirit is farming the map way too fast right now.
Yep. Do they break high ground with this Aegis? What do you think the plan kind of is?
I think they just want Storm Spirit to have his buyback because he fully committed, has that Lincoln Sphere right now. Push out all the waves and then take a team fight.
This bottom lane will kind of naturally push itself with the Rax claim, so they are kind of waiting for that hero to expose itself.
Yeah.
And they probably remember what happened last game. They were in basically this exact position. I don't know if it was this much of a gold lead, but they went for a high ground push and they died.
This is the timing if they wanted to go for like 45 minutes to siege units. But they... Oh, Storm Spirit, Arcane Rune.
Ooh, juicy.
Catapults are approaching. It's go time.
I think they're just a little bit scared from last game. That high ground push where they had the life stealers slow sieging the base and they got jumped and lost the game. They're just a little bit tentative to make a play. They do smoke up and they will be sending those Hawks to get them some vision. Yeah, Storm's just going to jump in, see what he finds. Trying to bait out some spells. Doesn't even commit too much of his mana pool for this. With the regen he's got. They are going to get the D-wards going. They just want to control the vision around this area. They don't necessarily need that high ground ward when they've got Hawk. And Storm going to continue to try and force out some spells. Gyro gets gone. He does not have an Aegis. Satanic. Yeah, with the Satanic and the Iron backing him up. Storm going to jump on the backlines here. Wants to maybe find Nisha. Nisha's BKB has been popped, and with the BKB wearing off, it's going to get a whole lot harder for Secret to take this fight. Pinehunter still has Blink Ravage, though.
Yeah, they don't necessarily need to commit because top lane is also pushing to siege units, dealing a lot of the damage to the towers.
Yep.
And I think they're just gonna wait, reset, Sven just pop the ulti, and then go in.
Yeah, with BKB down, perhaps. Oh, or just the ultimate down. Storm just slowly regenerating that mana back up. I say slowly, it's not really that slow. 60 mana a second with the CM Aura. And they'll be ready to go fairly soon.
They want to use this Aegis. Still a minute and 20 left on it.
Yeah, just the BKB they were really waiting. I think the Gyro BKB, they'll say, okay, let's wait for that. Sven may have BKB himself, but without Godstrength, you're not exactly afraid of the Sven BKB. Storm just continuing to throw his mana at the Team Secret side, trying to poke at them, but not really doing a whole lot of damage, but getting some good info. Even just these remnants being down gives you some kind of idea of when people run and move forward. And now the Gyro once again on the high ground. It's the Secret high ground defense being tested once more. That right click damage with the MKB. So much damage as they do jump in on the Wind Ranger. Cape is there, the cooldown being used just to kind of kite him around a bit. Nice ice blast to catch the Gyrocopter, stop him from running on in. Nisha getting fairly low here. Flacking off the racks here is
Rocket.
Yeah. Oh, Nisha. He's forced to pop his BKB just to keep himself alive. Doesn't want to die there. As Storm is completely out of mana.
Aegis is gone in 20 seconds. They should be careful.
They want this melee rack, so I got to imagine. Are they going to commit for it? Gyrocopter can come back in. Hasn't got BKB anymore, but it looks like the melee rack is going to go down. Shackle Shot going to land here. The Sven folds it up with the Ice Path as well for the relocate out. Nicely done by the Io to keep him alive. Storm has to be careful now as well. That's the Aegis. They get the melee racks, the range racks, less important. It doesn't regen up. Storm
just zipping in, trying to put some vision with the remnants.
Exactly. He's getting vision. He's not really going for kills. He's not really trying to do anything crazy.
Like, he's not afraid. He has 2 defensive items, BKB and the Lincoln Sphere.
Yep.
So they can't really pop it fast enough. Ideally, you'd want to stun him or use Bloodthorn on him, but I don't think that's going to happen, or put the disruption into Ice Path.
No Aegis, no problem. They're just not giving Tide an opportunity to go for a Ravage, but they are going to jump this Gyro. Is there a save from the Roar comes into play? It's going to buy him enough time with the Satanic. Status resist. Gyrocopter gets up the BKB. Disrupted there. He's just flacking through everyone. He's absolutely destroying Team Secret. They lose the Tide. He's already used the Ravage as well. Mid-one's going to be careful. He's running in with his own BKB. He wants to focus on the Gyro, but the life steal from the Satanic keeps him alive just long enough. Biovex come flying in, both Wind Ranger and Tide. Nisha's still in the front legs with the BKB. Doesn't need Godstrength for now. He's still going to take out the Beastmaster. Force the buyback. The CM Older with the BKB. Doing all kinds of damage. The double pull coming in from the Aghanim Scepter of the Storm. They've taken out Sven. He buys back as well. 4 buybacks being used. The Shadow Demon. It's a dieback from Pumpy. And the last melee rack is going to fall here. This could be Megas. Secret losing the range racks at mid as well at the same time. They've come back from Mega Creeps once today already. They may be asked to do it again. But for now, they keep their melee racks alive. Just barely. I don't think NEWBEE are done though.
2 buybacks committed by NEWBEE, they want to go in, they want to finish this. Storm zipping in.
Yep, gets the pull out as well. The homing missile folds it up. They're just going to buy some space, but Gyro has to be careful. He's got no buyback. The full stuff going to pull him out of the base here. Storm, he's being shackled up. Can they get this Rax here? Gyro comes to running and getting incredibly low. You've got to be so careful. You are. He gets taken out. What are you doing? You are. He's dead for 2 minutes. They've got to get out. And Ice Pipe comes in as well. Storm in trouble now as well. They've taken him out. He's got buyback. They have to use it. They lose the CM. They're just dropping one by one. It's deja vu from game number 1 as Io barely survives. Oh man, Gyro with the dieback. They do still have a big Rax advantage, and I don't see Secret able to easily push out these lanes. They're going to maybe try to do so, knowing that Gyro cannot buy back.
They could have focused the Raxes instead, get the Mega Creeps, maybe even Suicide for it. They used 2 buybacks for it, didn't even get it. You know what? If Beastmaster had the other level 25 talent, the attack speed, they would have gotten it so easily.
Yeah, but if they didn't have the Hawks, they wouldn't have been able to get that jump, you know. Come on, it's high calculus math NA plays. You know, Grant would have some kind of explanation for it. Storm trying to fall and take the creep wave out. He gets the siege creep in the air, but I believe that does take down the backdoor protection. As they can focus down the village, instead they go for the kills. They know this is potentially a dieback, and the Io relocate save is there. Snake King kept alive just barely. Oh man.
The backdoor protection is kicking in, and he's just going to clear the creep wave. Good luck.
That's the end of the push. They had a small window to take the Rax. But then, once that backdoor protection came back up, the push is over. Is there a Roshan of any sort? It's respawning. It's a long Roche respawn, unfortunately, for Secret. If it was up now, they would love to get their hands on an Aegis, Cheese, Refresher, and Aghanim Scepter. But it's not to be.
So what level 25s do we have? Windranger just hit hers in that previous fight. 30% cooldown reduction, which works on items as well. 9-second cooldown on Lincolns, and 49 on...
This is huge on Jakiro. Ice Path duration.
Oh yeah, that one is
with
actually
an
insane.
Octarine core. 6.75 second cooldown Ice Paths. Wow.
Only 3 seconds downtime.
Yep. And the other 25s yet to come out. We're still waiting on some of these supports. Io probably going for the relocate cooldown in this game. Doesn't have any damage items. It's pretty good with Gyro having the flak, of course, but we've seen these clutch relocate saves.
Yeah, especially if they get the Mega Creeps.
Yes. Puppy puts the ward down.
They know something.
Yeah, they saw the ward. They had a sentry there, but they're still going to get CF jumped on. They've got to cut their losses here. They know that the dire ward was planted there. I think you just disengage. There's no...
They're going to go for Roche.
That's the problem. Yeah, there's no lanes that you're worried. You're not worried about losing Rax here, but you are worried. You've just lost Roche control, and it's just a CM, but it's still a CM here. They've dodged the Ravage. Oh, the Satanic, the status resistance again. He
needs to pop it.
Yeah, where is the life still? It's not there. They lose Gyro. That's a dieback. He didn't get the relocate out. Dongo's ball again. Gets the Ravage of his own. He catches out forward the Vortex. Io's gone relocating back in, and he's going to pay the price. Does have buyback. Immediately pops it. Double gem on the ground.
Oh, they're waiting.
They're sticking around.
Where was Storm Spirit in that fight? I did not see where he was. There's going to be a huge zip. He is chasing. He got him.
No BKB, but there's Satanic for the status resist. He's getting shackled as well after an Ice Path. They've just lost Storm. It's a dieback. Oh no. Team Secret, have they done it again? Have they pulled victory out of a hat?
Beastmaster shackled, walks back to the
Windranger dead without buyback, and it's about to be 4 if they can't keep this Beastmaster alive. The Io puts a BKB of his own in the backlines, and the creep wave, it hasn't been dealt with.
Ghost Scepter.
But it's just Io. And he's been power shotted down. Mid one's going to finish him off. They're going for the Tier 4s. They GG.
Oh my god, I can't believe
shit.
that Team Secret actually won this game again.
It was literally the exact same script as game 1. Team NEWBEE.
So you're saying Team Secret is using scripts?